So AC3, today, you might feel a little bit like this old childless couple in the first century, just languishing there in 3 BC under the hideous rule of this imposter Herod. Or you might feel like you're under the hand of God's discipline, or just waiting for prayer to be answered that never gets answered. Maybe you feel a little bit like Zachariah and Elizabeth. Maybe you feel a little bit like God has forgotten you. Maybe you feel a little bit like God has abandoned you. Or maybe like he doesn't care. If you're experiencing any hopelessness in your life, friends, I just want you to listen to this story. Because Advent is the good news that we serve an 11th hour God. We serve a God who's never late and almost never early. God who comes through. And God will come through in ways you often weren't expecting, in a way you could never have predicted. When the time is bleak, when things were past the edge, when the flowers seem to have wilted and possibility is past, that's the God who can get involved in your life. The God who can intervene in your situation. And have you given up? Have you stopped praying? Have you stopped asking? And maybe you have. Because the delay has just been too much for you. And it's just too painful to stay pressed into the heart of God. Friend, I got to ask you, will you today step into it again? Step into this season where you will continue to ask and never give up. And wait for our God, the God who interjected himself into the whole human story, to inject himself into your story.